Good evening, and welcome to the induction of the inaugural class of Golden Apple Accelerators. We are beyond excited that you've joined us this evening to welcome a group of wonderful future teachers. My name is Colin McLaughlin, Recruitment and Relationship Manager for the Accelerators program at the Golden Apple Foundation. I've had the pleasure of meeting many of you in person through the application, interview, and placement process. I can truly say I'm impressed with your persistence, commitment, and diligence throughout these steps. The Accelerators program was born out of the teacher shortage crisis in Illinois, highlighted by the over 1,800 vacancies in Illinois schools at the start of the year. Talking to universities around the state, numbers in education programs continue to dwindle. In fact, it is estimated that there will be a teacher shortage of over 20,000 by 2025. Golden Apple has been helping to reduce the teacher shortage for years. We recently inducted our largest class of Golden Apple Scholars, our undergraduate program for aspiring teachers. But we also know that there are people out there like you who have already completed college and are interested in making a move to education. And that's where the Accelerators program comes in. The Accelerators program provides quality educators to districts in Central, Southern, and Western Illinois. Through partnerships with Blackburn College and Eastern Illinois University, you will complete the coursework that you need to earn your teaching license in Illinois within 15 months of starting the program. Where did these individuals come from? Well, geographically, the Accelerators live in Central, Southern, and Western Illinois, and are from the communities where they will be teaching. We know that those who are teaching in communities where they live and are already invested are more likely to stay in the field. Our Accelerators come from 25 different hometowns in 19 counties spread throughout the state. Professionally, Accelerators come from many different backgrounds, although many of you are not new to education. 24 of the 30 Accelerators have some experience in the classroom as a substitute teacher, as an aide, or as a paraprofessional. In fact, this group as a whole comes in with an average of slightly over 4 years of experience in the classroom. But it's not just classroom experience that the Accelerators bring to the table. Among our group of 30, we have coaches, business owners, scientists, artists, and individuals with corporate experience. Some of you are also recent college graduates just starting your careers, looking to do so on the right foot to be able to give back to the communities that provided you an education. Those experiences that you accelerators will take into your classrooms will be invaluable to your students and likely unique to the learning experiences they will receive throughout their education. How will you accelerators impact your students and your communities? This group represents 9 different subject areas. 24 are entering into subject areas of very high need, specifically STEM or special education. You will enter the classroom ready to be advocates for your students. The accelerators want to make a positive impact in the lives of young people. This is a group of 30 exceptionally gifted individuals. And finally, what does it take to get here? The accelerators represent 10% of the applicant pool. You submitted an application, a long application, with multiple essay questions and requirements. You were selected for an interview. Many of you had to travel long distances to that interview. You had to provide references, resumes, and transcripts. And when it was all said and done, and the offer was made, you had to make the choice. You had to make a choice that involves changing careers, often entering into a job field that you had not always envisioned yourself in. But to a person, you all made that choice because you have a passion for helping students, and that's an admirable quality. And so, I'd like to congratulate the inaugural class of Golden Apple Accelerators. Congratulations, and welcome to the classroom and the Golden Apple community. Now, I would like to introduce our second speaker of the evening, Golden Apple Chief of Staff, Pam Whitmer.
Hi, good evening. Colin, thank you so much for that warm welcome. Like Colin, I'd like to offer my congratulations to our inaugural class. It's hard to believe that you've already completed a significant leg of the program, your summer coursework. And now you're about to embark on the second part of this journey, your fall coursework, coupled with your teaching residency. We are thrilled that you are going to be able to engage with your mentor teacher and your students, whether it be virtually or in person. We also recognize that this is a challenging time, and we are here to support you along the way. But I'd like you to know that you're not the only ones who have engaged in a journey like this. Many members of the Golden Apple team have been in your shoes, including me. Nearly 15 years ago, I participated in a non-traditional teacher licensure program, and I began teaching a group of second graders after one summer of preparation. While I had a degree in psychology, and that may have helped me understand the brains of the small humans in front of me, I was still pretty terrified to be leading a classroom by myself. But I learned a few things, and I wanted to share that here. I also asked some of my colleagues at Golden Apple for their words of wisdom for those who are leading a classroom of students for the very first time. And here's what we have to share. First, remember that asking for help is never a sign of weakness. It's a sign of resourcefulness. Ask for help from those more seasoned professionals. I relied heavily on my mentor teacher, who helped me adjust my lessons when they fell flat, who gave me feedback when I was actually doing something right, and who checked in on me all the time to make sure that I was taking care of myself. Similarly, find those supportive peers who are focused on finding solutions. The other first-year teachers in my building and the other teachers in my program were extremely helpful. They provided me with a listening ear, they collaborated with me, and together we built lessons to ensure that our students were successful. And then know that you're going to make mistakes. Sometimes a lesson will fail, but that's okay. You're going to walk away with more valuable knowledge that will help you become a much stronger educator. And your students probably took away more than you realize. And to build off of that, sometimes the best lesson we give our students is showing them how an adult handles failures and successes, highs and lows, and everything in between. You may be the model of stability for students who truly need to see it. And think about and focus on those things that are in your locus of control. And when you can, be flexible and roll with the punches. This is especially important this year as we navigate an unpredictable pandemic and adjust to different learning platforms and situations. And then on a lighter note, Remember to take those dry erase markers and crayons out of your pockets before you do your laundry. And lastly, if you happen to have a laundry mishap, remember to give yourself some grace. Once again, congratulations. We are thrilled that you are here and you are the newest members of the Golden Apple community. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Kesa Thurman-Stovall, our Vice President of Mentoring and Teacher Development. Kesa.
Pam, thank you for the nice introduction, and huge thanks for the solid advice given to our accelerators. I'd like to add one nugget that was shared with me during my first year of teaching and has served me well for nearly 25 years as an educator. No matter in what capacity I might have served, whether it was as a teacher leader, a principal, consultant, director, and now vice president, the advice that was given was the will of God will not lead you somewhere where his grace and his mercy will not keep you. So I thank my mom daily for those pearls of wisdom. Thank yous are in order as we induct our first cohort of accelerators. So to our partner district and universities, thank you. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to the field of education. Your partnership and collaboration will support us in accomplishing our goal of being a resolution to Illinois' growing teacher shortage problem. To our mentor teachers, thank you for opening your classroom doors to make public what had once been a very private practice. Thank you for welcoming rising educators in your classrooms to learn the craft in real time, which is such an authentic manner. Your expertise will undoubtedly foster a deeper understanding of all that teaching encompasses. And to our accelerators, as you embark upon this journey of teaching, thank you. Thank you for having the heart to serve. Thanks for your willingness to learn, to reflect, and especially for being willing to make a difference. Thank you for believing in our students and their potential. They are worth the sacrifice and the continued fight. I can honestly say that you will find no greater satisfaction than knowing that you have positively changed the trajectory of not only your students' lives, but the lives of future generations to come. I won't say that the charge is an easy one. What I will share with you is that, as Pam stated, you will be supported every step of the way. Golden Apple recognizes the value add that a mentoring component brings to a new teacher induction program, especially one that is accelerated such as this. Golden Apple's mentoring team, Rosie Patel, Ann Rao, 10 others throughout our Golden Apple community, and myself, we're going to be there to support you in acclimating to the profession. We'll assist you with establishing yourself as that crucial instructional lead. We're going to support the strengthening of your teaching proficiency by observing your delivery of instruction and offering feedback to improve student outcomes. We'll support you being able to build your teacher resiliency and stamina, as it's much needed to be sustained in this honorable and noble profession. So to that end, I welcome you, we welcome you, and again, we thank you for allowing us the opportunity to serve you. At this time, I'd like to introduce my esteemed colleague and our Golden Apples president, Mr. Alan Mather.
Thank you so much, Kesa. I always dislike following Kesa, but you know, that's how things worked out today. You know, you are going to love the mentors when you have a chance to work with them, and you will get to know them so well. So I'm looking forward to that. So you've already heard some stellar advice from those who have come before. As an educator for 32 years, I'd be remiss if I did not share my own piece of advice, and this one has nothing to do with dry erase markers. As a teacher for 12 years, an assistant principal for 6, and a principal for 10 years, here's the thing I can tell you. Outside of the virtual everything that we're in, education has looked pretty similar for well over 100 years. While all classrooms do not have desks in rows, and the teacher is not necessarily the spouter of all knowledge anymore, schools look quite similar to even the one-room schoolhouse that my father attended in rural Minnesota. Classrooms, desks, chairs, chalk, or smart boards, and students who sometimes appear to be disinterested, but in reality, really want to be engaged and really want to learn. When you want to do something different, when you notice that there may be a new way to advance the learning of your students, even if it goes against a school or district policy, propose it. I can tell you that there are very few administrators who will hold you back if you want to do something that's in the best interest of students. Have your why, have your how, have your hypothesis ready to go. Chances are you'll have the green light to go ahead. And sometimes these things come when we don't even expect it. This program, the one that you're part of, that you are the pioneers of, the Accelerators, was one such accident. I was traveling around talking to superintendents and regional offices about trying to get more high school graduates from downstate and Western Illinois into the Scholars Program, our flagship program for teacher preparation. These school and district leaders always looked at me, smiled, nodded, and said, "Yep, that sounds good, but we have positions that haven't been filled in years. We can't even get resumes for our jobs. We can't wait 5 years for our graduates, high school graduates, to come into our schools to teach. We need somebody now." And that was the birth of the Accelerators. But as with any program such as this, no one does this alone. Just as you won't shut your door and keep the rest of the world out of your classroom, we needed partners to say what the need was and how we would get there. We had great leaders such as Senator Andy Manar, who helped us with how to approach the Illinois General Assembly and the governor for his continued support. As a former teacher himself, he understood the importance. There were regional superintendents such as Julie Wallerman, Melanie Andrews, Bob Sondergroff, who shared what the need was in their communities in different parts of the state. And there were incredible superintendents who've been working with us on this problem for a long time and were absolutely critical to the success, such as Chuck Lane in Centralia and our keynote speaker for tonight, Jennifer Garrison from Vandalia. It was leaders such as these two who know the landscape, the issues, the people to talk to in order to bring about change. Of course, the barriers we were told would be the largest was that from colleges and universities. We were told that they were too stuck in their ways, that they would be unable to change to this new environment. Well, I can tell you that the leaders from Eastern Illinois University and Blackburn College have done nothing but tear down the walls that used to exist. They have vision and foresight. There are times when everything comes together, our elected leaders, our higher ed institutions, our district and school leaders, the right candidates, you, to make this a reality. And that's why you are here. You are the right people to make this collaboration work. You are those who will serve your communities and make them stronger. You are the ones who are here to educate our young people. We have been talking a great deal about the need for you to make an impact across the state. And now I'm going to ask you to watch a following video so you can see why you are golden.
Well, the school year is almost halfway over, but schools are still trying to fill classrooms with teachers.
Our small rural districts maybe get 2 or 3 applicants for an elementary position that used to be you get 30, 40.
I didn't realize the need was quite this great. I mean, you're talking about a lot of vacancies across the board, and that's going to affect the performance in the classrooms.
It absolutely is.
Addressing the teacher crisis in rural communities across the state. WAD's Madison O'Brien shows you how Golden Apple, along with area colleges, have partnered to hire more teachers.
Golden Apple Foundation is an organization that for 31 years has been preparing teachers to teach in schools in need across the state.
A teacher who's highly motivated, highly effective, can literally change the lives of children.
Again, that is why you are golden. So now, please join me in welcoming the amazing Jennifer Garrison, the Superintendent of Vandalia Schools, District 203, and a member of the Illinois State Board of Higher Education. Jennifer?
Welcome, and first of all, I want to say congratulations to our accelerators. I want to say you're joining the best career in the nation, so get ready for an amazing journey. Yes, we're in challenging times right now, but I want us to think about the opportunities ahead of us. We all have our stories, and it's really important that we learn to share our stories with one another, who we are and our journey to get to this point in time today. But as Alan said, I want to just take a moment to talk about the Accelerators journey and how excited I am that you are here with us today. You are the first group of accelerators. This started as a big idea that has turned into reality. So my challenge or my ask of you as our 10% that were entered into the Accelerators program is that you continue to share the message of the Accelerators program. As we hear about the different career fields that you're coming from, you're going to bring a different lens to education, and it's important for you to share that. And as Alan said, challenge other ideas in a respectable manner, because this is a true opportunity in education. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey and my why. So I've been in education over 20 years, and I had teachers who inspired me. When we think about our teachers who inspire us, we might think it would take a lifetime to inspire. I want you to realize that you can turn a child's life around in a minute to 5 minutes to a semester to a year and make those connections that last a lifetime. When I was in high school, my parents had been saving for college. I am the daughter of teenage parents. Back when I was born, my dad dropped out of high school to support me, got his GED, strong family network, but their goal was for me to do better than them. My dad had worked his way up the ladder, and then as I was in high school, the factory shut down where he was a foreman. So at that moment in time, everything that we had saved for college then turned into basic survival, food, paying the bills. So we had some hard decisions to make. There happened to be an Army recruiter at my high school. And another thing about my journey and my story is I'm sitting in the high school where I graduated today. So I'm back home in Vandalia where I graduated. And I went home and I talked to my parents about joining the military, even though in 3rd and 4th grade, because of amazing teachers, Where the Red Fern Grows was one of my favorite books in 3rd and 4th grade, I decided back then in 3rd and 4th grade, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be like those who inspired me. And for a moment, I think I lost my way as my family was going through the struggles. But it was one teacher in high school who noticed I was struggling. He pulled me aside after class one day and talked to me probably for 3 to 5 minutes. And that 3 to 5 minutes gave me enough strength and courage to, although I was taking a different path to get into education, to keep pursuing that path. So I signed on the dotted line to join the Illinois Army National Guard at the young age of 17. That was between my junior and senior year. Then I went on to basic training. After a year in the military, then I was able to start my university experience at Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville. I then started to become a teacher's aide. So as a teacher's aide in the military, able to go in to the classroom. Got my first teaching job in Alhambra, which is in the Highland School District. And then the event of 9/11 happened. So I'm teaching and in the military. And the world really turned upside down once again because I'd always wanted to be a teacher. I found my path to get my college education, but another fork in the road came. So put on the military uniform, went and did my duty as a soldier. And really during my military training, combined with my education training, it opened a lot of doors and it opened my mindset. As I continue to travel down those roads, I now have a picture that I keep on my desk at all times. This is me when I got back with my classroom. I know you probably can't see it, but it was a custodian who sent me the picture as we were going through some struggles in Vandalia recently. Said, you got this. Remember back when you overcome all of those barriers, you can do it again. Keep this picture in your office and you can continue to do that again. So careers outside of education bring great value. And Alan talked about finding your why. I really want to ask you to think about just for a few seconds what your why is. So my why I can attribute to faith, family, and integrity. And it's all about building relationships, as Pam said. Make sure you have a network. Make sure you reach out to those who need support. We are here for you. And one of my reasons family is one of my 3 words when I describe myself is not only do I have my home family, but I have my school family. So know that your journey as you enter education, you have a whole new family wrapped around you, ready to support you. Relationships matter. Remember, on stage and off stage, be you, be real, and congratulations to our accelerators. So happy to join you on this journey and to host our own accelerator and become really involved in the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Superintendent Garrison. And now it's time to meet the inductees. Their names will be read by myself and Pam Whitmer.
Daniel Allen. Jen Anderson. Dana Anderson. Ramses Areola. Lindsay Babcock. Carrie Bates. Evan Baugh. Al Bazil. Molly Benner. Joseph Colton. Dolores Davis Purvis. Jolynn Garrett. Joshua Greavy. Megan Hagan. Adam Hickson.
Kenneth Hill. Gloria Steen Johnson. Nicole Cottage. Todd Lindsay. William Ludwig. Justin Pratt. Rochelle Reinecke. Suzanne Robinson. Brittany Sanchez. Naomi Snow. Trent Stevenson. Michelle Feiner. Ashley Tyler. Anna Vieira. Trey Williams. Congratulations to all 30 accelerators. Welcome to the Golden Apple community.
Congrats.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, accelerators.
Yay.
We are so glad you're part of this now.